To go over our ingredients for our classic Thanksgiving stuffing. Now, we're gonna need some stuffing mix. Now, if all this is just toasted bread. If you have an extra loaf of bread or even one of these French rolls, all you have to do is just put this in the oven, toast it up, and you actually get this. And actually, I would prefer doing that because it's unseasoned. This has seasoning. This was only two options, this one or the cornbread. The cornbread version is the exact same recipe, but yeah, this one actually has some sodium. It has some type of seasoning to it. But if you could find this unseasoned, that I would prefer that. But like I said, this is all they had. This is actually a double batch. For Thanksgiving, we actually do 2 of these batches. So that's how much stuffing we go through. So we're gonna need 2 boxes of our stuffing mixture. You're gonna need a half of an onion, a large onion at that. If your onion is small, go ahead and use the whole thing. You're gonna need about 2 cups of celery. Now, this is about 5 to 6 stalks. You're gonna want 2 sticks of unsalted butter. Chicken broth, again, since those are seasoned, try to get unsalted or low sodium chicken broth. This is all I got right now, but it'll work. And then we're also gonna need a can of olives. And I just have those, the olives. And that's pretty much it. That's all we really need for Thanksgiving stuffing. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and turn on the stove. Now we're gonna go ahead and set the temperature to about medium-low heat. And we're gonna start melting up some butter. So now we're gonna go ahead and add our butter. We wanna start melting that. You don't want this too high because you don't want your butter to burn. Just go ahead and get it moving. All right, so now that we got all our butter melted, we'll go ahead and add in our celery, add in our onions. Now we're gonna let this cook until the onions and celery are kind of translucent. Now since we have the seasoned stuffing mix, usually at this point, if it was plain, I would add in some rosemary and some thyme, maybe a little bit of sage. But since that's already seasoned, I'm not gonna be doing that. But if you can get the plain stuffing mix, go ahead and, or if you use a loaf of bread or a couple loaves of bread, go ahead and add in like about a tablespoon of each rosemary, thyme, and sage. Now go ahead and season with just a little bit of salt and pepper. Now not too much because we do have our stuffing mix seasoned, and a little bit of cracked black pepper. All right, so we're almost there. Starting to get a little translucent on us. After about a couple minutes or so, you start to notice that you'll be able to see through them a little bit.
Now we're gonna go ahead and add in our chicken broth, and I use the whole box.
Now we're just gonna bring this up to temperature, and then we're gonna go ahead and mix everything together. So now we're gonna go ahead and add in our olives. And once you have your mixture all heated up, we're gonna go ahead and add it to our stuffing mix. Now we're just gonna go ahead and mix everything together. Incorporate your wet ingredients with your seasoning mix. All right. Once you feel no crunches or any hard spots in there, pretty much good. So right now actually is a good time to season it. Check for seasoning. I checked it, it's fine. It doesn't need any more salt. As always, season to your preference. All right, so we're gonna take a nice large baking pan. Go ahead and oil it or butter it up. That way nothing sticks, but also makes some of those nice crispy sides. All right, so now that we have our baking pan all greased up, we're gonna go ahead and lay down our stuffing. Super easy, y'all. Look, this is probably the easiest part of Thanksgiving because this one does not require a whole lot of attention. It's really quick. You put it in the oven, you get it baking, and then during all that other time, you just start doing all the other stuff that you're gonna be focusing on. We got ham, we got turkey. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Thanksgiving Day. My hat goes off to all you mothers that's been keeping these traditions alive. Making those big Thanksgiving meals. All right, once you get everything evened out, now we're gonna go ahead and get some foil. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead, cover it up with some foil. In a preheated oven set to 350 degrees, we're gonna go ahead and put this in there for about 40 minutes.
Now keep in mind, to get a nice exterior topping, you want to remove the foil the last 15 minutes of baking.
All right, so after about 40 to 50 minutes, once you got a nice golden brown top there, you want the top to be nice and crispy. And it's got a nice little crisp to it. Now we're gonna go ahead and let this rest for just a couple minutes.
Look at that. That is some good stuff right there. When it comes to stuffing, the classic just works perfectly. Cheers, y'all. Family traditions right here. Nice, flavorful, soft stuffing with those little crispy edges. It's just wonderful. If you're new to my channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. That way you can see future videos just like this. As always, I'll leave the link in the video description and in the comment section, so that way you can go to my website, cookingwithkirby.com, to get the full printable recipe. I have these recipes. They're really good. You should try them out. Now, y'all be beautiful and take care. Try some grandma's stuffing, baby. What do you think?
I like it.
You like it? Good stuff, huh?
Can I also make it
Here.
for Thanksgiving too?
Oh yeah? I'm gonna make a big batch. Here. Try that one. How about that one? That's the little crispy end. Good stuff, huh?